Prince Harry could reportedly lose control of his fortune, his personal story, and even key parts of his public identity if his marriage to Meghan Markle ever collapses. Explosive speculation now centers around an alleged prenuptial agreement clause, one that insiders claim may give Meghan extraordinary legal power over Harry's intellectual property, business ventures, and media rights tied to their relationship. According to circulating reports, the controversial section, rumored to appear as page 14, clause 7 of their prenup, could mean that Harry's ability to tell his own story independently may be severely restricted. If verified, the clause could influence control over documentaries, memoirs, brand partnerships, and future projects connected to their shared experiences. In modern celebrity divorces, intellectual property can often outweigh physical assets, making this alleged agreement one of the most shocking legal structures ever associated with a royal marriage. While no official documents have been publicly confirmed, the growing discussion around this rumored clause has reignited debate about whether Harry unknowingly signed away rights that could define his financial and professional future. Observers now question whether their marriage was built purely on emotional connection or if it also functioned as a carefully structured business alliance designed to protect long-term brand control. The speculation has intensified as Harry and Meghan continue expanding their media empire through Archewell, a production and charitable organization that sits at the center of their global business identity. Through streaming deals, publishing contracts, and international speaking engagements, their personal relationship has become the foundation of a multi-million-dollar storytelling franchise. Any legal agreement governing ownership of that shared narrative would carry enormous consequences if the marriage ever faced collapse. Surrounding the alleged prenup have also drawn attention to Meghan's career history and her reputation for careful public image management. Long before she entered royal life, Meghan built a personal brand through acting, lifestyle blogging, and humanitarian advocacy. Her blog, The Tig, allowed her to develop business relationships with fashion labels, wellness companies, and social activism campaigns, demonstrating control over how their relationship story is told and monetized. In the digital media age, personal storytelling has become one of the most lucrative assets available to global celebrities. Harry's memoir, Spare, highlighted just how valuable his personal experiences have become. The book shattered publishing records and provided unprecedented insight into royal family tensions, childhood trauma, and his marriage to Meghan. Its massive success reinforced the financial potential of future storytelling projects involving his life journey. If any legal clause governs shared rights to that narrative, it could shape Harry's ability to produce additional memoirs, documentaries, or speaking tours without legal negotiations. Another factor fueling speculation is Meghan's association with elite public relations and legal advisory networks known for managing high-profile duties. In 2020, Harry and Meghan launched a completely new professional identity. Archewell became the centerpiece of their post-royal career, combining philanthropic initiatives with commercial media production. Approximately $14 million, symbolizes their independence from royal life and serves as both family residence and business headquarters. Property division in celebrity divorces often becomes legally complicated when homes double as operational centers for media production and corporate management. If any legal agreement links property ownership to business ventures or brand income, Harry's claim to the estate could depend heavily on prenup terms. Beyond financial and business implications, discussions about potential divorce naturally raise emotional questions regarding Archie and Lilibet. While there is no verified evidence suggesting custody disputes exist, legal experts acknowledge that international residency, royal heritage, and security protocols could create unprecedented challenges if custody arrangements were ever negotiated across multiple countries. Perhaps the most debated aspect of the rumored clause involves whether Prince Harry fully understood the long-term business consequences of such an agreement. Harry has openly discussed emotional struggles related to royal pressures and personal trauma. Critics speculate that those vulnerabilities may have influenced his willingness to embrace new legal frameworks designed to support independence from the monarchy. Supporters strongly reject this interpretation, emphasizing Harry's consistent demonstration of autonomy and his active role in building their post-royal media empire. Without access to verified legal documentation, public understanding remains based entirely on speculation and commentary. Yet the persistence of these rumors reveals something deeper about public fascination with Harry and Meghan's relationship. Their marriage represents more than a romantic partnership. It symbolizes the collision of monarchy, celebrity culture, activism, and global entertainment economics. If divorce ever occurred, it would likely become one of the most complex celebrity legal battles in modern history. Ownership of media rights, distribution profits, charitable organizations, and international branding partnerships could transform proceedings into a global spectacle. And if the rumored Clause 7 holds any legal authority, Meghan Markle could emerge with significant control over the storytelling empire they built together. As whispers continue spreading across royal analysis circles and entertainment media platforms, one reality remains clear. Harry and Meghan's relationship has never followed traditional rules. From stepping away from royal duties to constructing an independent commercial brand, they have redefined what it means to be a modern royal couple. But hidden within private contracts and undisclosed legal agreements may lie the most consequential chapter of their story. One that could determine who ultimately controls the narrative of Prince Harry's life. And if the rumors surrounding that single clause prove accurate, the prince who once walked away from the monarchy to gain freedom may face a future where his own story is no longer entirely his to tell. If the rumored divorce clause hidden inside Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's alleged prenuptial agreement ever becomes reality, the consequences would likely extend far beyond a typical celebrity separation. Experts suggest it could trigger one of the most complicated legal, financial, and emotional battles the modern royal era has ever witnessed. Because this is not just a marriage between two individuals. It is the foundation of a global media empire, a philanthropic organization, and one of the most polarizing public narratives of the 21st century. And if that foundation cracks, the collapse could be historic. The first battlefield would almost certainly center around storytelling rights. The very asset that transformed Harry and Meghan from former working royals into independent globals. Unlike physical property, which can be divided or sold, storytelling rights involve ownership of memories, perspectives, and personal experiences. If Clause 7 truly governs how their shared life story is told, Harry could face restrictions on publishing new memoirs or participating in independent interviews that reference Meghan or their relationship without negotiation or approval. For a man who has already built a second career based on personal storytelling, such restrictions could reshape his professional identity entirely. His memoir, Spare, demonstrated the enormous global demand for his voice. It provided insight into royal traditions, family tensions, and personal trauma that captivated audiences worldwide. Future projects expanding on those themes could become legally complicated if any clause requires shared ownership or profit distribution tied to relationship-based content. Industry analysts note that celebrity brand divorces often revolve around narrative control. The partner who maintains stronger legal rights over shared storytelling typically retains the greater long-term financial advantage. If Meghan Markle secured protections ensuring her involvement in future projects linked to their marriage, she could maintain significant influence over how their shared history is presented to the public for years, possibly decades. Another enormous conflict zone would likely involve Archewell, the organization that became the central pillar of Harry and Meghan's post-royal life. While publicly promoted as a philanthropic initiative, Archewell operates through multiple divisions that blend charity, media production, and commercial partnerships. This hybrid structure creates complex legal challenges during potential divorce proceedings because it intertwines business profits with public service initiatives. If Archewell content projects are legally classified as joint intellectual property, both parties could retain ownership stakes, requiring ongoing collaboration or profit-sharing agreements. In high-profile separations, shared business ownership often forces former partners into prolonged negotiations, sometimes lasting years. The financial and reputational consequences of Archewell division could impact every partnership they have established with streaming companies, publishing houses, and global advocacy organizations. Beyond business ownership lies the issue of brand identity. Harry and Meghan's global influence is deeply connected to their image as a couple, navigating fame, family conflict, and social activism together. If their marriage ended, the question would immediately arise: who controls that brand narrative? Historically, celebrity couples who separate often experience dramatic shifts in public perception. Fans who once supported them as a unified symbol sometimes divide loyalty between individuals, while corporate partners reevaluate marketing strategies. In Harry and Meghan's case, this shift could be magnified by royal family dynamics and international media fascination. The Montecito mansion would almost certainly become one of the most symbolic and contested assets in any potential divorce. Purchased after their departure from royal duties, the estate represents independence, reinvention, and financial autonomy. However, luxury properties owned by celebrity couples often involve layered financing structures, including business income, personal investments, and mortgage partnerships tied to brand ventures. If the mansion is legally connected to income streams generated through joint media projects, ownership division could become extraordinarily complicated. Divorce courts frequently examine whether properties function as personal residences, business headquarters, or investment assets. Each classification carries different legal implications for asset distribution. Yet financial and corporate disputes, while significant, would likely be overshadowed by the emotional dimension of custody arrangements involving Archie and Lilibet. The children represent not only family bonds, but also the continuation of royal lineage, their unique position. American-born children with British royal heritage could create unprecedented legal questions regarding international residency and cultural identity. Child custody battles involving global public figures often attract intense media attention, but royal family connections introduce additional complexity. Historically, British monarchy traditions have maintained